It's been a while since I've made a video on selling stock options, but maybe this is a good time. The market's been tough. Trying to explain what I do has been a battle from the last 15 years, and I keep trying to simplify. And of course, I got my transaction set, which explains the transactions and the revenue stream. But to sum it up, in terms of how I place my orders, my first consideration is I want to make the spread. Now, what is the spread? Well, that depends on the price of the share price of the stock. When you drop below some number, around $10, the increments drop to 50 cents, but they never go below 50 cents. Even if the stock goes to $2, it's still a 50-cent spread, which means that the premium on the combination of put and calls to make the round trip, the premiums have to be equal to or better than that 50-cent spread. If I can do that, I'm going to positively make money, because on occasion, not so much lately, but on occasion, I had one about 3 weeks ago, I think, where options with a total premium of over $1,000 were not exercised, and that was on a put. So that was $1,000 profit any way you want to look at it. Cash flow, gap, anything you want to look at, that's profit. So if as I sell contracts, if I can just break even on the spread, my profit will be in the contracts that are not exercised. Over a long period of time, it seems about 30% of the contracts I sell are not exercised. And that's where my profit is. But in the last year, or maybe a year and a half, the market's really changed. And I can't really explain why. I feel like it has, but it has. And so I'm not getting as many options that don't get exercised. Now, I like HanesBrands International, because despite them having to cut their dividend and their misadventures and getting into other businesses, which apparently they don't know very well, this is a problem with public corporations. The executives want to be expanding the business, and if they can't expand their core business, then they go looking at other businesses to acquire. And most of the time, those don't work out because there's just not a synergy there. And the management of the other company has been doesn't have the expertise in the new companies they're acquiring. In fact, on the top, I'm sure there's others, but off the top of my head, the only business manager who could do that would be the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. But if you read the history of how he got to be the billionaire he is today, it wasn't easy, and it was a very, very long time. So I think I've got a track record of making money doing this. And if I don't get better premiums on HBI, I'm going to have to look for a higher price stock. because while the increment will be raised to $1 instead of 50 cents, the price movement hopefully would be better. But I'm not there yet. So the way what I'm doing now to get around this low premium problem is, instead of writing a contract, selling a contract on money that expires that Friday, I'm selling a contract on money that expires the Friday after that. So it's a 2-week term. That gets me into my spread, but it's not really good free cash flow. When I do that, I'm just strictly hoping to tread water until my wave comes in, which it invariably does. So let me share a screen or two, and so you can get some idea. There was no settlement this week because the no options expired. So as you can see here, that's what it is. And I didn't place any orders because all my funds or stock, anyway, all my assets are all committed covering contracts. So this makes it a little bit boring right now. And what I've succeeded in doing on this series of contracts is, if it gets called away at $5, the combination of premiums will be equal to or slightly better than the spread. So you might say I'm treading water, but on the other hand, this contract doesn't expire until Friday, the 8th, and the price could do anything. If it goes below $5, then that $780 in premiums that I collected will not be exercised. Yay! That's where the real wealth building comes in. It's that unexercised option. So anyway, I'll post the links in the description so that you can follow it. So let me edit this thing up and get it posted. Have a good day. All right.